Hi guys, welcome back to the EPTCA channel. As you know, we are passionate about raising awareness of a few environmental problems like waste management. One of them is the 4Rs, and that's what we are going to dive in today. And so without further ado, let's get into this. First up, we have reduce. Reuse in environmental terms will mean that we have to use something in smaller amounts. So let me give you an example. For instance, this FairPrice plastic bag over here, we don't use that. We use a reusable bag instead. You can store large objects in these reusable bags and you can bring them to your local supermarket to shop, and it reduces the use of single-use plastic bags. The next R is reuse. And reuse, its definition means is to use something more than once. And it's definitely one that many Singaporeans do not look out for. So here are a few examples. For example, your old towel like this kind right here can be used as a place for you to sit and not contaminate and dirty your chairs. And also plastic bag can also surprisingly be also used as a trash bag for your rubbish bin. It's quite common actually. So if you haven't done it, I recommend you should also try that. Do you know that instead of buying new containers, you can use your own old containers and you can store all your other food items, anything that you want to store in your old containers so as that you reuse your old stuff instead of throwing them away and buying new ones. This first example is just me using this old plastic bag from FairPrice to go and wrap up a Rubik's Cube like your gift wrapping paper. And it can work obviously, but yeah. For example, how about if you want to wrap something bigger, like for example a book, just a random one, you can use a few plastic bags to go and do it if your one single plastic bag is not enough. And that way you're basically recycling these plastic bags for other users. And I think this is quite environmentally friendly. This
Later.
is the final product, and as you can see, it is actually quite wrapped up, though it looks kind of messy. Um, it's okay. You can decorate it if you want, but I'm just giving you an example, and I feel that people should also try to use this also, so as to not waste any single-use plastic bags like this. The third R is recycle. And in environmental terms, it means to convert old things into new stuff. So now I will give you some examples. There's been a huge media awareness of people not recycling and people not knowing what the recycling bins look like in Singapore. And just to let you and help the government out, these are how the Singapore recycling bins look like. They are blue, and the only things you can recycle are paper, plastic, glass, and metal. And that's basically all the materials that can be recycled. The last iteration is repair. Repair is environmental definition should sound familiar, which is to fix things that are not working. The easiest example are electronics. Example, if your computer is not working, you can go and bring it down to the nearest electronic service center to get it repaired so that it can be working out just fine. And thus, you don't have to waste another computer and waste money. However, there are several debates on what is the fourth R. So here are two others that are possible fourth Rs. One is rethink. Sometimes we have to think about whether when we buy stuff or we use stuff, are we very eco-friendly or are we not? We want to avoid being non-eco-friendly as we want to save the environment. The other iteration of the fourth R is refuse. Refuse means, in environmental terms, not using something that could harm the environment. So for example, single-use plastics. So for example, this cutlery and the straw is made of single-use plastics. You don't use them. You refuse them if they are offered to you. And you use other, more environmentally friendly options.
By following all these 4 R's, or should we say 6 R's, we can be more environmentally friendly in our livelihoods, and we thus will work towards a better and greener Singapore. And that's it for this video, and thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.